GetUp crew. Ramiro, Melissa, and Leroy. So, I mean, we've talked about this before. If somebody stinks, do you tell them they stink? And it's easy to say, yeah, of course I'm going to tell someone they stink. Well, it's not that easy. Because look, hey, there's a lot of variables. You know, if it's somebody who stinks all the time, then that's just like that's their natural smell. You're gonna kind of have to deal with it and get used to it, and eventually you do get used to it. You start smelling it, and you're like, oh, Tony's walking down the hall or whatever. But when it's somebody who normally doesn't have a stank to them, that's the question. And when it's somebody who gets a little sensitive sometimes when you tell them things.
Wow.
Like somebody who, you know, like they might read a comment on social media that gets them butthurt. Do you want to tell that person that they stink, Leroy?
Oh, wow.
Because
the difference is, Ramiro, I actually came in here and told you guys I stink. I just wanted to nip it in the bud and say, listen, I'm sorry. I want to apologize, but I stink today.
Hold on. Before we get into that, this kind of goes with what you were saying earlier, Ramiro. Ramiro came in earlier and said somebody farted in the where he went to go get something off the printer. Did you go in the printer?
No, I wasn't.
room?
I wasn't over there. The printer room. No, I never go in there. I know which room he's talking
You
about.
walked by the printer room at some point earlier.
Yes, but no. I mean, it can't be me. Once I explain why, it wasn't me.
Because I don't think anybody else goes in there.
I
But
don't
it just
know,
makes
but
sense now that he's saying he smells that it might have been him.
Because I printed something out when it didn't smell. Mm-hmm. I didn't fart or anything. Came back in here, and then I was like, "Oh crap! I got to print something else out." Printed it out. Went back over there, and I come back in. I said to Melissa, "I go, yo, somebody has crop dusted like a mother."
Yeah,
because
that wasn't me.
And I didn't leave the room.
And her first guess was Leroy, and I said, "No, it wasn't Leroy."
Well, because nobody else comes down here.
What did it smell like?
Kind of like ass and BO.
Ew.
It could have been stinky feet, which
Yes. Please explain.
Which you're walking around with no shoes on right now.
Yeah. Okay, here's the deal. Yesterday, I had the chance to go to an amusement park. Had a great time. I mean, just a phenomenal time. And when you go to an amusement park, you want to go comfortably. So I was wearing my sneakers that I wear to the gym. That's not a bad thing. It's great. However, I got on 2 water rides. And got absolutely destroyed. And so my sneakers were wet. I took my socks off and I was walking around for the rest of the day barefoot in my shoes or whatever. So everything's fine, whatever. I get home, put the shoes up. I should have washed them. I should have put them in the dryer. I did not. I thought that they would dry overnight. This morning I get up. I put them on. Yeah, they're a little bit damp, but I'm like, all right, I'll be okay. I'll make it. I get in the car. Something I was like, what is that? It smells like feet. Yep. Man, I got here, took off my shoes, took a whiff, and that's why I'm in here today. I'm apologizing. I took them off. They're in the other room just sitting there. I'm walking around with just my socks on. So I apologize if you smell feet. Ramiro, if you smell feet.
I did.
Then I walked past. I didn't go in there. I walked past.
Because I'm confused. If your feet stink, shouldn't you keep your shoes on? I feel like if you take your shoes off, that's more of a chance for them to stink.
I know exactly what Leroy's talking about and it's funny because it's coming up in a couple of weeks. Every year, my family and we take all the kids and my sister's kids and grandkids and my kid. We take them to New Hampshire for a weekend, and like to amusement parks.
Yeah,
I have a pair of running shoes. It's so funny you say this because it's coming up on me buying a new pair of running shoes for this specific reason. So I wear my running shoes for one reason, for a couple of reasons. One is we're going to be doing a ton of walking and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But 2 is one of the rides is kind of like this. It's a bunch of people get in this sailboat type of contraption and go around the water. And then other people can stand outside and shoot them with water guns, blast them, and they get to blast them back. Mm-hmm. So every year I do that. I blast the hell out of people, and then I get blasted when I'm in the boat. And the combination of all the running, the combination of the wetness, and the combination of those being, my running shoes always makes those shoes. Then I end up taking my socks off, and I'm also, and it makes the shoes stink. And I always have to buy new running shoes in August.
Well, see, that's my
because of that.
You said you buy new shoes. I'm probably going to buy some new gym shoes. However, I've never really done this. Have you guys washed and dried your sneakers?
No.
I've tossed them in the dryer when they've been wet, but I've never gotten them to the point of like when mine get to the point of stinking, it's the point of no return. Because I'm not normally like a stinky guy like that, and neither are you. That's why. So I would recommend maybe getting some new. I mean, you could try.
Ones? I'm gonna throw them in the washer. I just want to know the proper way. I don't want to tear them apart,
bro.
But what's the best way?
Let me ask my Italian
to
friend.
wash
Hold
your
on
sneakers.
Hold on. Let me Chad GPT. What's the best way to clean your sneakers when they're wet and stinky?
And I know there's sneakerheads out there who have all the answers too.
When they're wet. And I always...
Chat's going to say, just throw them out.
Yeah.
And you got to think of it like this, Melissa. You go to the gym pretty much every day.
Yes.
Imagine the funk that is trapped in your gym shoes.
Yes.
And then somehow, some way that it's released. You'll be in trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing is it doesn't get released. It's just kind of there. That's why I was wondering if you should take them off. I don't understand
my feet and socks are clean. It's just my sneakers are funky.
Right, but I feel like with your keeping your feet in them would keep the odor in as well. When you take the feet out, the odor kind of just goes up into the air.
Chad responded to what's the best way to clean your sneakers when they're wet and stinky.
Uh-oh.
There's not.
Great.